30 minutes, just like the previous video I did. Um, so, in this video, I wanted to speak about the difference between spirituality and religion. Those of you who research religion, who research spirituality, um, this video should be quite interesting for you. Feel free to, you know, post your thoughts, your comments down below. I'd like to understand where people are at. I like to interact with others. Um, you know, and let's just build. Um, if you have any information, to add to it, feel free. Don't be shy. So this is Ras Timotheos here, and so let's talk about the difference between spirituality and religion. Uh, According to the Temple of Divine, Ras Timotheos, spirituality. I deal with spirituality. I deal with the cultivation of the spiritual self, the knowledge of the spiritual self, the journey of the spiritual self. So, spirituality and religion. What's the difference between them? Um, well, I in my notes made a whole bunch of lists. I just made a list with a whole bunch of different um, principles that I thought were the differences in which that I see through my research. So, um, spirituality and religion. So, the difference between spirituality and religion in the sense that you are the priest as far as spirituality. You become the priest, and religion. Um, there's a hierarchy set up, and um, you have to go through certain order to get to God. Um, you have to speak to a priest or religious authority in order to speak to God, and that's another aspect that's different from spirituality. Is that in spirituality you can have your own experiences with the God, or with by me saying God. I think we've already established this in other videos if you guys watch my videos. But if you're new to this video, God is referring to the divine creator, or um, a how can I say it, a mind creator of existence, not necessarily speaking as being, but so in spirituality, in religion, I don't. There may be differences of what God is in terms of what people think, but from what I research in my personal perspective, uh, there really isn't a difference between God, and I'll get to the reasons why a little bit towards the end of this video. So, um, in spirituality, there's no social political standing or rules and regulations, and that's different as far as in religion. You have a specific doctrine and a set of social and political roles or regulations that sets up policy in order for the church or the temple, the mosque to work. See, as far as spirituality, you become the priest, and therefore your body becomes the temple or the church of God, or the church of spirit or divine essence. Um, so, as far as spirituality, there really isn't a hierarchy set up, and in religion, there's definitely a standing of a hierarchy, and so a couple other things that I found out was, um, spirituality is based on spiritual or experiential faith and the cultivation of awareness of God. And religion, in a sense, is based on the cultivation of one's general beliefs, the cultivation of exoteric intellectual reasoning about a God or about a deity, and not so much based on self-initiated, self-enforced, spiritual, esoteric acknowledgement as which spirituality is. So religion is based solely on belief and blind faith, necessarily. Blind faith meaning you just have to believe, whereas in spirituality, you're actually cultivating this and actualizing a idea rather than just holding it as a belief. So these are just basic differences that I found between spirituality and religion. Now, these are just differences that I've seen without defining what spirituality and what religion actually is. And so we're going to actually get into that in this video here. So we know that spirituality and religion, just in general, are both based on religious experience, or an experience in which one has relating themselves to the divine, or an experience one has with their concept of creator. And basically, if you're not having a religious experience, why are you even contemplating on a God, in a sense? Why are you and this is just a question to ask yourself, if you're not having a religious experience, or if you're not having a certain experience that relates you to that, then why are you there? Well, because it's important. Um, because this experience is important. We've all experienced in our lives something that relates us to that which created us here, or something that initiated our thoughts to come into existence. And we sometime in our lives have thought about what actually initiated all of this stuff into being. So we know that spirituality and religion is based on religious experiences. And so these are experiences relating them to their creator, or in whether or not it's spiritual or religion. So, in Western scholarly influence on, for example, ancient indigenous perspectives, and I'm speaking about indigenous perspectives over all aspects of the world, Western scholarly influence on ancient perspectives or ancient practices are usually misconstrued. They usually have misconstrued knowledge and information due to their foreign and outside understanding, and outside foreign research to the certain culture, which is defined in the Western scholarly views. It's defined according to their own views, their own Eurocentric policy. So we have to understand that a lot of the things that we interpret as spirituality, as a lot of times myth or legend, is actually true spiritual knowledge, and just deemed as legend and fiction or mythos because of lack of understanding, because of the foreign mindset on the type of understanding. So let's just try to understand religion and spirituality in a different mode of understanding. So religion basically came up after this Eurocentric idealistic policy came onto being, where they had to separate the difference between having an experience of God. You can relate to God within you because there's nothing that's binding you from you and your God, to making it something that you had to go through another being in order to get to God. And that is what religion has done. We know this through our history as far as human beings on this planet, that just look in history, and you'll find that what I'm speaking here about is actually true. Um, so let me organize a little bit my notes here. I got a couple things that I wanted to refer to. Um, so so let me see here. So all world religions are man-made. So let's get that clear. Religion is man-made, and um, it's based on man and woman's relationship with the Creator or with God, the Preserver, the Creator, the Destroyer or Rebirther of life. And um, so we're talking about the generator, the initiator, the operator, as well as the destroyer of all things in the world, or of our lives as well, of our very existence. And we know that the universe is mind, and it's man and woman in balance, which creates the universe in mind. So essentially, God is the truth. There only exists truth. So the supreme creator is the only truth. A religion is just a way to get to the truth. And so religions are based on belief or a initial dogma, and it's based on something held by one's of a particular group of people in a particular time frame. So it doesn't matter what time frame, but it's held in it's a belief or a dogma held in by ones of a particular group of people, and so it expresses the archetypes, symbols, the ideas which represent the belief system of their creator, and their religion expressed as a myth, usually in ancient times, expressed in the form of spoken myth, usually passed down through generations of our people over different periods of time. And the interpretation of these archetypes of man and woman, or main ideas of these divine archetypes of man and woman's relationship with the Creator, um, ultimately spread. And so once they spread, the spreading of this, they get to different people, and the meaning of this over time loses value. And so then people, then, um, and this is ancient times, so then people who are later day come in and try to research them, and a lot of things that were deemed um, uncomprehensible were either termed evil or um, simply just burned away, actually. Um, so it's religion and spirituality is based on man and woman's relationship with God. All world religions and all systems of spirituality are man-made and based on our relationship with the Creator. Um, so that's the main point I wanted to get across. So, I wanted to also explain that, the Creator did not give us a religion. Religion is, man gave man a religion. You see what I'm saying? Man gave man a path to God. And so God, or the Creator, is the creator of the existence, the initiator of existence, and gave man and woman life. Gave man and woman life, not religion. And so God gave us life. The Creator initiated life into us so that we could recognize, remember this from the other video, to recognize and remember the divine mind in all aspects of existence. So when we realize that, religion is man-made, and God gave us life and not religion, we realize that the way to God, or the way to the truth that exists, is by going through the life that God gave us, and that is the path of spirituality. But we're going to get to that. Um, But there are many ways to realize God, or there are many ways to realize the Creator, the divine mind in all aspects of existence. But that is created by man, called religion or doctrine, and it is through indoctrination that one would gain the knowledge, the sacred knowledge of this path. When you look at the etymology of the word mythology, and then mystery, and then look at the etymology of the word mystery, you're going to find true, deep details about what I'm speaking about. There are many ways to realize the Creator, but that is created by man, and that is called religion or doctrine. God gave us life. The Creator of existence gave us life so that we could realize life, or God, the spirit within us. So spirit within us, the breath within us, is the way that we realize God. And the spirit within us is the breath that gives us life. And so God gives us life. God is life, not religion. Religion is based on thought. God is mind. If you think back to the chart, God is mind. The Creator, the initiator, is mind, and that is life, not the thought. The thought is just the spirit of that life. So God, the Creator, breathed spirit into man and woman, not religion. The only true way to God is through the life that is given by the initiator, the spirit, the breath that is initiated into us, not by man-made religion. So I want you to go and define spirit, religion, life, breath, will, existence, and come up with your own ideas. These are notes that I've put together over a long period of time. I have a lot of notes pertaining to deeper aspects in this, but this is just something I wanted to share. And I'm just basing everything off of, what the Most High have given me. So God did not create a religion. The Creator, the Most High, the divine mind of the universe, did not create religion. Rather, human beings have created all religions. The Creator brought forth the earth, the universe, the plants, the stars, the sun, the moon, the universes on top of universes, the earth, and the earth that contains life, plants, animals, and human beings with what he and she has created in the likeness of he and she self, the mind, because we know that the Creator is a balance of principles, because the Creator in and of itself is a principle of all principles. So it's a balance of those principles created in the likeness of that, which then initiated the universe, the planets, the stars, the sun, the moon, the universes, and us into being. So religions are not man-made. Religions are man-made, like cars, clothes, entertainment. Religion is man-made, like entertainment and, material shit. Life is created by the Creator. You feel me? Life is created by the Creator, like the earth, the universe, the planets, the stars, the plants, the animals. It's created by the Creator. Religion is man-made. So the ultimate path to God, the ultimate path to our Creator, is through life, is through the life essence embedded into the mind or into the body, which relates man and woman to their Creator. the cultivation of this life, or vital energy, vigor energy. Look up the word spirit and look up the word breath. And specifically go to www.thefreedictionary.com and type that in. You'll get not billions. You'll just get many different dictionary definitions, all gathered into one place. So that way you can see many different definitions. It also gives you a little bit of the etymology of the words, but I encourage you to research what I'm talking about here. Do your own research and, relearn the vocabulary that you use for language. So, the ultimate path to creators through the life essence embedded into mind, which relates man and woman to the creator. So the cultivation of this life force energy, this vigor energy, mentally, emotionally, and physically, as well as spiritually, is through the breath. Because when we look up this word life, we get the spirit. Then from spirit we get the word breath from esprit, which is French, I believe, Old French. So the breath of life is the way to God. Now I remember I've wrote a passage on this in one of my books. A couple of my books I talk about the breath. But the breath of life is a concept to represent the life force, spirit, or the will of God, the will of the creator, the will of the initiator. The breath of life, or the spirit essence of the initiator, the life, sustenance, and preservation of God within its creation. Us. So, man and woman. So, the initiator, God, is the spirit, the breath, which gives will and life to man and woman, plants, animals, and the phenomena of the universe itself. It is the light of the universe. So the answer lies in the natural world. Nature is intellect's or mind's name for the initiator, God, because mind can only view in a limited fashion. And so it has a hidden view. Well, this hidden view is unseen to the normal eye. And so this is considered to be occult, or hidden from view, or from occultum, the word occultum. And so what we need to do is go beyond the mind, go beyond the earth, the body, and realize the light force within us that goes beyond our bodies. It is through the breath, the word, the sound, the power. Because when we speak to each other, we are using the sound, the word, the breath. When we speak, we are initiating life into being, of things into nature. We are creating just with our thoughts in our spoken language. So by dissolving the boundaries or eliminating or dissolving the boundaries and the communication with the divine, we allow the Christ or heaven, in a sense. Heaven are just higher thoughts in our consciousness. Higher thoughts in our consciousness are thoughts that relates us to the initiator. It allows these thoughts or this Christ consciousness to be reached and experienced, and dissolving the ego or the lower self, the limited view of ourselves, dissolving this limited view. And so, remember, religion is man-made, and it is, in these days, that the church, and a lot of other monotheistic religions, they put a misnomer through these Western scholars. Because of these Western scholars, they put misnomers on certain names, and so our ancient sciences are deemed to be polytheistic, which they're not. They are more monotheistic, and actually the monotheistic religions that we have today actually come out of our spiritual experiences. So going back to the occult. So the church is the church in and of itself is a new concept, a part of one's plight to get to God, or plight to get to the Creator within. And so the church tries to enforce the policy like they are the executive of our lives. That's what they're trying to do. That's their social religious institution. Those two first words: social religious institution, social man-made institution. Set up boundaries, to set up more of a limited view of yourself. Think of it. We have to dissolve our ego. So we have to go beyond our limited view. We have to go beyond these enforced policies that have nothing to do with us, and realize, our own breath, our own life that God has initiated us into being. Because the church seeks to enforce beliefs through fear and hate. They say if you don't do this, you don't do that, you're going to go to hell. Well, what is hell? When you have the true spiritual eye, when you've dissolved the boundaries of the limited self, you can see the truth for what it is, to the Spirit of God, to the Spirit of God that God initiated within you. So, there are many ways to realize God, but religion has been created by man. In spirituality, we have New Age spirituality, which is also created by man, for man-made, for the purposes of man's sense-conscious attachments. Saying, oh yeah, if you meditate, you can set up the law of attraction to make you attract a nice house and a car and clothes and material shit. We're on a spiritual journey, and I'm here to explain to you that there's a psychological war going on, and we have to be able to discern between our relationship with the Creator and our relationship with man's sense-conscious world, with man's limited view of who we truly are. So when you set yourself apart, you become kadus, you become holy, you become sacred, and you take upon the will of the Most Highs. You realize the breath that is within you, and you get to your higher self. See if there's any more notes I want to cover here. The energy. The universe is comprised out of energy and matter, consciousness, and its living and breathing, perceiving, and interfaceable sentient being. The underlying principle which exists within the universe, its awareness of existence, is spirit, light, expressed as unseen force, energy, within all things of it, within it, mind. Light condenses into wave particles as sound, and sound condenses into geometric patterns and exists as matter or material physical things. Matter, condensed form of energy, which is produced out of light. So awareness interacts with the universe, energy, and matter, light, and the elements. Man and woman and plants, animals are particles of the universe, products of the universal elements of light and energy